ringside with my verbal sparring partner Mark Castanini and making his way down the long walk to the ring, the funky, soulful Danial Tai. This man has been unstoppable this year, knocking out Nick Cara, going the distance with Gurkhan Ozcan. Tonight, the biggest test for him yet as he steps up against the all-time Aussie great Ian Jacobs. Can Danial Tai do it? It's going to be over 5 rounds under K1 rules. That means there's knees involved. Can Danial Tai pull off an upset Ian Jacobs in his big return to the sport, Hammer?
Well, Danial Tai, what can I say? The only thing that will be guaranteed from Danial Tai is that he will put up one tough fight. He will trade punch for punch, kick for kick, and he'll be standing at
Danial
the end of the
Tai
fight, perhaps.
over the top rope, Harpe Nuranoa in his corner, the trainer, of course, of K1 Oceania champion Mark Hunt, and he is set for Ian Jacobs.
Main event time here at Warner Brothers Movie World. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds under K1 rules in the super middleweight division. An international bout, and I introduce first to you from the blue corner. He hails from New Zealand and a recent win over up-and-coming Melbourne-based superstar Nick Cara. This young man also went the distance with the great Gurkhan Ozcan and weighed in for tonight's bout at 82.2 kilograms. A warm Australian welcome for Danial Tai. Standing across the ring from Brisbane, Queensland. Trained at the Stafford Gym by Wayne Spencer. He weighed in slightly less at 81.5 kilos. Voted pound for pound Australia's finest kickboxer. He is a former 2-time world champion. He is returning to his home state after an absence of 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the powerhouse, Ian Jacobs. And the man in charge of the action, the living legend of centre ring, Mr. Dave Hedgehog.
Okay, guys, both guys at the corner. All right, now you're both aware of the rules. There's knees to the body and head, and spinning back fists in these rules. Okay, you listen what I'm talking about. In case of a knockdown, whoever knocks the other person down must go to the furthest neutral corner before I start my count. When I ask for a break, I want a good, clean break. Listen to what I call, we'll have a good, clean fight.
Last minute instructions there from the living legend Dave Hedgecock, Michael Chavello, ringside with the hammer Mark Castanini. And this one brought to you by Crazy John's mobile phones. Also joining us ringside, the super promoter, Tarek Solak.
Lucy.
Tarek, you could hear the crowd response when Ian Jacobs finally made his return to the ring here in Queensland after a 4-year absence. It was huge.
It's great to see him back in his hometown.
Let's go.
On the fight again after 4 or 5 years, so let's see what he's going to come out with.
The time for talk is over. Jacobs versus Danial Tai. The weight advantage going the way of Danial Tai. Height, reach and experience going the way of Ian Jacobs, hammer.
Well, Jacobs, as we said, as he made his way to the ring, a little bit distancing a little bit out, but I tell you what, it's not going to take a lot for an experienced fighter like Jacobs to find his range again. But I think looking at how Jacobs is setting up this one, he's going to go to work with his knees. Even in his warm-up, he's really starting to warm his knees up there.
Danial Tai is your classic dark horse. He's your classic upset fighter. He upset Nick Cara in devastating style earlier this year, and he almost upset Gurkhan Ozcan last time out. Jacobs just delivering the knees and throwing Tai to the canvas.
He's definitely shown a lot of strength there, Ian. The way he threw Daniel Tai around, Michael.
Ian Jacobs stamping his authority early on in this bout again, working the knees to the left rib cage of Daniel Tai. The living legend Dave Hedgecock just separating both men. 1 minute down in the first round, set for 5 by 3 under K1 rules.
Watch the heads.
Ian Jacobs, the excellence of execution. Pound for pound, the greatest Australian kickboxer ever. It is great to see him back in centre ring, Hammer.
Well, it's good to see such an ambassador coming back to the sport. And Tarek Solek, you're the man responsible for that. So that's a great achievement as a promoter to bring a fighter the likes of Ian Jacobs back into the sport, and it's only going to do good things for kickboxing and Thai boxing in this country.
That's correct, Mark. And Michael Zimby is another one of them right now, and I'm so happy that I can tie up a contract with them for the next 3 years.
Comments from the super promoter Tarek Solak joining us ringside here at Warner Brothers Movie World on the Gold Coast. It's Ian Jacobs and Daniel Tai. Sweeping inside leg kick there from Jacobs, the powerhouse.
Both fighters.
Jacobs now going to grapple, ties up Tai. They tangle around centre ring.
See Jacobs there just working that rear leg into the rib cage and back of Daniel Tai.
Tai really working that round kick to the left rib cage of Jacobs. Jacobs preferring the knees so far. Step up front kick off the right leg there by Jacobs, and the high looping left round kick. Tai just ties him up around the waist.
Break, let go,
and Dave Hedgecock separates both men into the final 40 seconds of the first round. Tarek Solak, how do you see it?
Yes, I see Ian very strong. Daniel's trying his best by standing there, but Ian's fighting a different fight from what I usually watch him with. He's more fighting a strength fight here.
An interesting comment there from Tarek Solak, Hammer. More strength rather than the class of Ian Jacobs coming through so far.
Well, he is all class. You don't want to say Jacobs is not classy, Michael. He's just...
No, I said more strength rather than the class
rather
so
than
far.
Class, yes. He's trying back out of it now.
Knocking me out.
Trying back out of it now, Michael. But Jacobs, his fighting style has changed a little. He's not relying so much on speed. He is powering up a lot more.
Don't forget,
for the,
Ian
big
Jacobs
1 or 2 shots.
Fighting heavier than he ever did before. He's at 81 kilos here tonight. Usually only a 76-kilo fighter. End of the first round of action, Hammer. How do you see it?
Well, it was all Jacobs, obviously, especially if you've got to count the knee strikes. And the knee strikes in these rules do score highly, and Jacobs did affect them quite well.
When he punches, drops his left right, when he gets kicked, drops the left right. As soon as he does, just straight over top of it. Straight over top of it. When he punches, he drops his left arm. Watch it.
The elevation on those knees there by Ian Jacobs, Hammer, really got them up high on the rib cage of Daniel Tai.
He stepped through and he was kneeing quite well there. Jacobs again strong in the grapple. You see him, he has his right hand placed under the arm of Daniel Tai, so he can't protect his rib cage by bringing his arm down, and then he's consecutively bringing that right knee up into the ribs underneath it.
Let him chase it. Let him make all the fucking... Don't wrestle around too much. Drain yourself. Let him carry around.
The living legend Dave Hedgecock will get us underway in round number 2, scheduled for 5 under K1 rules. Knees are permitted. Ian Jacobs out of the red corner, Daniel Tai out of the blue corner. A solid first round. It was Jacobs utilising the knees more, and the round kick to the ribs of Daniel Tai.
I'll tell you what, Michael, Ian breathing very, very heavy there in the break. I usually see the recovery of Jacobs.
Let go of each other. Stop.
Dave Hedgecock separating both men. Jacobs bouncing around the ring.
Jacobs usually recovers a lot more, especially the first round, you know. He was breathing fairly heavy at the end of the first round.
Knees to the midsection there by Daniel Tai. Dave Hedgecock separates both men. Tarek Solak.
Yes, just a comment that Mark made about Ian breathing heavy. He is breathing heavier than what he usually used to, but don't forget that he's fighting with 6 or 7 extra kilos there, so that's taking a toll on him.
Daniel Tai now working the inside and outside thigh of Jacobs in the clinch. They're starting to switch on to the scoring of the knee strikes, so when they do get into the clinch, Tai is not going to try and knee up high, because Jacobs is a lot taller than him. He is going to try and attack that lower thigh region.
Oh, beautiful looping high left round kick there from Ian Jacobs. That's why they call him the excellence of execution. Daniel Tai responding with one off the right. Jacobs ties him up, works the knees to the left rib cage. Another looping high left round kick there from Jacobs. He might just try and wrap it around the back of the neck of Daniel Tai and send Tai down to the canvas. Tai's got to be careful.
Well, Daniel has to keep his guard up very high and wear those round kicks on the gloves, because if he does take a shin across the neck, well, he's going to be a little bit...
During his heyday, of course, Jacobs was renowned as the Van Damme of kickboxing, Hammer. Those movie star looks and those kicks to boot of Ian Jacobs has made him the most marketable fighter in the country.
And those movie star black and blue shorts he's wearing there, very gold and glistening. And a happy birthday to Gary Minos of black and blue.
Stop hanging on to the rope.
He's here made the trip down from Melbourne to have a look at Jacobs in centre ring now.
Oh, big high left round kick there by Ian Jacobs. This fight, as with all of them tonight, brought to you by Crazy John's mobile phones. For a great discount on a mobile phone, check out your local Crazy John retailer.
Jacobs just measuring off now, getting his distance. He's probing out with his lead and rear hand, just measuring off, seeing whether he's going to kick or punch. In the grapple, he keeps getting that knee up to the rib cage, scoring up with that one.
Into the final minute of this round now, the second round of action, scheduled for 5. Sweeping leg kick there by Jacobs. Another scintillating high right round kick, followed by a left one to the rib cage. Tai comes over the top of the right hand. Jacobs moves in again, tags him. A high right round kick by Jacobs.
I just saw that big right round kick come to the head.
Tarek Solak getting excited next to me.
Being an ex-Taekwondo fighter, I can see the head kick coming from a mile away.
Nice short right hand there by Jacobs, just looping around the side of the brow of Danial Tai. Left round kick there from Jacobs. Jacobs now starting to turn on the heavy artillery, but Tai showing him no respect whatsoever. Into the final 15 seconds now. Jumping into the ribs there from Ian Jacobs, but Danial Tai just roughing him back into the neutral corner. Step up front kick off the right leg there by Jacobs, fighting at the southpaw momentarily. End of the second round of action, Hammer. How do you see it?
Well, it's another round going the way of Jacobs, but that one probably a little closer. Danial Tai working the knees down low. You've got to score them up, but Jacobs just higher work rate. You've got to give that one to him, but geez, what a tough cookie is Danial Tai. There you see Jacobs just going through the leg guard of Danial Tai, still working in the grapple, the knee strikes, not really working cleanly enough as Danial Tai gets into that side headlock position with Jacobs. And Jacobs just stalking forward, the head kick going dangerously close to the face of Danial Tai as his gloves just caught it.
One, two left hook, bro. One, two left hook. That's all you have to do on this guy. Straight punches. All right, you're wrestling too hard out on top with him. Don't wrestle all the way across the ring with him.
You can hear Harpe Nurano in the corner there of Danial Tai telling him to straight punch straight up the centre of Ian Jacobs as we move into round number 3. Michael Chevello ringside with my verbal sparring partner, the Hammer Mark Castanini, and the immaculately dressed, as always, super promoter Tarek Solak. They tie up in the centre of the ring. Jacobs working the knees to the left rib cage of Tai again. A slapping round kick there from Jacobs. Ties up Danial Tai once more, and Dave Hitchcock separates both men.
And hasn't Dave Hitchcock got a job on his hands?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to keep this one looking clean and working everything well, and he's doing a great job, Dave Hitchcock, as always, in centre ring.
Tarek Solak, such power in the round kicks to the ribs and head by Ian Jacobs.
Yes, he's kicking very powerful. It's a pity he can't catch his head kicks flush like he used to in the old days, but it'll come. Give him time. He was talking the other day and he said to me, if I have 3 or 4 fights, I'll start getting my timing back on my head kicks.
A beautiful knee there to the left rib cage has hurt Danial Tai.
I think, Tarek, that Jacobs certainly has this technical ability with the head kicks. They're still
there's one.
It's just the speed that is a little slower than what they used to be, perhaps.
That's correct, Mark, and that's probably because of the weight difference, too.
Danial Tai just taking a trip down to the canvas. Only a slip, says referee Dave Hitchcock. Ian Jacobs really starting to turn on the high kicks, and he's got a cut under his left eye now, Ian Jacobs, Hammer.
Jacobs just a little mouse there, and it's resulted into a little cut now. I don't think it's really going to affect his vision that much. It's only a little one.
Third round, Ian Jacobs has been cut. A beautiful knee to the back there from Ian Jacobs really caught Danial Tai. He's taking the wind out of him with those knees, Tarek.
Yes, he has. You can see Daniel in pain when he receives those knees.
Spinning heel kick there by Jacobs. Tai just moves in and ties him up. Comes over the top of the short right hand. Another knee to the breadbasket there on the way in from Ian Jacobs.
Well, Jacobs with those show-stopping spinning kicks, round kicks, he's got it all. He's certainly an entertainer and a fighter.
Danial Tai has no answers for Ian Jacobs so far. Right in front of our commentary position now. Dave Hitchcock separates both men. We are 1 minute 45 down in the third round. Set for 5. Jacobs move forward again. Another looping round kick across the neck of Danial Tai. It's getting a little bit rough in centre ring. Dave Hitchcock really does have his work cut out for him. Outside leg kick there by Jacobs. Tai just ties him up around the race, Tarek Solak.
I think Tai's going to get sucked into a left head kick the way he's falling down on his right.
Tidy
Could be
hook
time
and
to rip out
round
the
kick
spectacular.
combo. Well, that was a tidy hook and round kick combination that rattled Daniel Tai there from Jacobs.
Ian Jacobs is looking better as the rounds progress. We're getting back to the Ian Jacobs of old. The story behind the glory. There's a knee to the left rib cage and another from Jacobs. And a third from Ian Jacobs. What a succession from the powerhouse.
Well, Daniel Tai holding on for dear life now. He knows he's really got to stifle those long-range techniques of Jacobs. And he's really just looking tired now, Tai.
Another knee to the left rib cage and another one there from Ian Jacobs. Tai takes a trip to the canvas again. He is very tired. Daniel Tai has been winded. End of the third round of action. A sorry and sore Daniel Tai hammer.
Well, Jacobs' speed is down, but certainly the power is there. Tarek, he still keeps banging away at Daniel Tai, slamming in those knees, those kicks, and some very tidy punching.
Yes, there's no doubt that Ian's taken the fight away by a mile, but give Daniel credit, he's trying to stay in there.
Kicking your shots, beautiful, it's working. Now you're going in the mix and shoot with him. Don't do that. Just stand back and kick your shots. Don't touch the head. This is happening, you belt your fucking heads all the time. Move ahead.
So you see Jacobs jumping round knee and another one. There's two solid knees to the left-hand side of Daniel Tai. And if nothing else, they're going to take the wind out of you. And Jacobs is affecting those. He's generating a lot of power in close, Jacobs. Again, there you see another knee just hitting that rib cage of Daniel Tai, and tidy in close punching too from Jacobs.
Here we go in round number 4. Last minute instructions in the corner of Jacobs from Wayne Spencer. Likewise, in the corner of Daniel Tai from Harpe Nuranoa. Michael Chavello ringside with Mark Castanini and Tarek Solak. And this is the main event of K1 Max Queensland. Another high right round kick for the powerhouse, turning it on early. He's opened up like a house on fire here in round number 4. Just throwing Daniel Tai to the canvas like a rag doll.
Okay, let's go.
Ian Jacobs again has come in peak physical condition. He has ripped and he has shredded, Hammer.
He's certainly looking the goods, Jacobs. So a little bit concerned over the heaviness of his breathing there.
Stand up. One more time, Daniel.
As he picks it up, Jacobs, he will get more and more comfortable in centre ring and start to get more and more accustomed to the conditions, which are just grueling. That is the only word to describe it.
He's breathing heavy, Mark, but he's fighting pretty well. He's not showing any signs of being tired.
That's Ian Jacobs. He's mentally very strong, Tarek. As we know, he's fought with a broken leg. He's fought with all sorts of injuries, and mentally he's one of the toughest fighters on the circuit. And it doesn't matter how taxed his body is, he has the ability to just mentally keep pushing himself.
Blood streaming from the right nostril now of Daniel Tai. Another big gob of blood just flying into the audience of Tai. Oh, Dave Hedgecock's waved it off. Dave Hedgecock has waved it off. It's all over. It's all over. Daniel Tai, one too many trips down to the canvas. And Dave Hedgecock said you just haven't got it in you, Daniel Tai, to go with Ian Jacobs.
Well, Dave Hedgecock just seeing no real use for Jacobs to keep continuing on with this fight, and Daniel Tai just taking a bit of a beating along the way.
He had no answers for Jacobs.
He had no answers, and Dave Hedgecock, the welfare of the fighter is always first and foremost in Dave's mind. And just call this one off, and Jacobs still on that road of victory, and his comeback trail is looking very healthy indeed. You see Daniel just digging in, trying his utmost, but those knees just battering away at the body of Daniel Tai, and he is certainly going to be very sore tomorrow. Again from the upper angle, see the leverage that Jacobs gets with that leg and swings the knee into the ribs, and the body of Daniel Tai is certainly one battered man tonight, Daniel Tai.
Ladies and gentlemen, at a time of 1 minute, 5 seconds into round number 4, your winner, the powerhouse, Ian Jacobs.
Well, there you have it, folks. The powerhouse, the excellence of execution, the showstopper, Ian Jacobs.
Ian's having just as big a struggle getting the gloves off at the moment. We spoke a couple of weeks ago at Melbourne's Crown Casino, and you said the ring rust is most certainly there. A far better performance tonight.
Well, maybe 9 weeks training, mate. I certainly can feel the fitness. I've been working a lot on hitting, so when he grabbed me, it's making me really tight to start with.
He's a tough nut, isn't he? I mean, he knocked out Nick Carey. He's been the distance with Gurkhan Ozcan. He's no mug.
Yeah, that's for sure, mate. He's fighting world champions and world-class opponents, so yeah, definitely not a mug.
come back going well. You're happy with the progression of the first 2 fights?
Well, I'm winning, so I'm learning to be happy with that. But I certainly like a lot more fitness under my belt, which I will have shortly, and it'll look a lot better. I'll fight a lot better.
And you'll get that fitness as we start progressing towards the big dollars on offer from Tarek Solak Promotions towards the end of the year.
Definitely. Tarek knows how to get me, chucks me in the deep end, and I swim.
Ian Jacobs, always a pleasure watching you. We look forward to seeing you again on Fox Sports real soon.
Thank you. If I could just, everybody, there's somebody who has helped me from day dot. I was not going to fight. It's Tarek Solak and my trainer, the man I call the wizard, the miracle man, Wayne Spencer. Between the two of them, Wayne's what created me, and Tarek Solak's the man who brought me back. All my team, all my sponsors, IPOC, they made it possible as well. You see on the pamphlets, everyone check the website out, put your stuff on there, training programs, sponsors, discounts, everything. Have a look at it, check it out. Leave your email there and we'll keep you updated with training tips, everything. Thank you very much.
Ian Jacobs victorious once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there was never any question about it. The hands, the knees and the kicks of the complete package that is Ian Jacobs. From myself, Michael Chavallo, and my verbal sparring partner, former Australian champion Mark the Hammer, thank you for joining us ringside on Fox Sports.